G'day Kickstarter. So the reason why we're doing a video is because we wanted to give you guys an update on the game, and there are some pretty important changes that we're making to the game that we feel are overall great benefits. And this video is just to give you guys an idea of why we've done those changes. So I guess we'll start firstly with where were we in the original game design and where are we now, and based on that we'll go through other aspects of the game that we're changing.
So physically, this is the original form factor we're looking at. This is now where we're at. So you can see that we've considerably expanded the size of the box. That's to accommodate the increase in stretch goals, which has given us more cards. But we've gone a bit further. We're going to also go a little bit thicker than this, increase the card weight, and overall just make the game physically more attractive and there's more of it, essentially, more game. Yeah.
So in terms of the cost for us, this has dramatically increased the original unit cost for this. Luckily, the campaign been very successful, and it was allow us to have the budget to be able to get it into this shape. But the increase in size is not like a one-to-one relationship. It's not like because it's increased 10%, so therefore the cost is 10%. Because there are these like a domino effect of bigger sized game is heavier. Heavier means more expensive shipping. So for us, we really felt like this was an important thing that we give to backers. We feel that overall it is a definite improvement. The other thing that we've done is that, and as to the previous video about the unboxing, we felt that the increase in the coin size was really important to us as well, and that also led to a change in the sheet size for the production of the coins. That also was a very significant cost increases for us as well.
Yeah, so all the coins are going to be 20mm coins now, up from a variety of sizes. I think we started at I think it was about 10mm. So overall, all the coins are now bigger, which has increased the cost fairly significantly, but it's a big improvement to the game. Yeah, a couple of other small changes we've made that I guess improve the game overall, give it a better feel. Because that's the one thing when you're playing with the coins in the game, they have to have a good feel to them throughout the game. And having small coins is just way too fiddly. So we've done things that have improved the game, not because we had to, but because we really wanted to make the game overall just far better.
Similar to that end, in the previous video, I spoke about my reservations about using foils, and one of the ideas that we had was if we felt the foil wasn't really the right choice, we may go with a metallic ink instead, trying to keep to the Kickstarter promise for the stretch goals. At the end, when I had to sit down and really think about this really hard, but the whole concept of metallic finish on a Burger Up game, which has a lot of earthy tones, wood, the foils, or even the metallic finish, just didn't really feel like it was. It really fit that theme or the game itself. So we sat down and really thought hard about this, and we felt like I don't feel comfortable from a like the creative design perspective to actually do the foil coins, because it just didn't feel like it's the right material for the game. But instead, I think that we're going to be focusing on adding a linen finish on it, which does give you that elegant and classic feel and look to it. I think that several of the backers actually mentioned either privately or on the comments about the fact that the foils may be a bit odd to use. But further to that was that, and this is something that Matt will talk about, is that we've made some changes in the game rules as well to accommodate some of the better flow of the game, and solve a couple of endgame issues. So those are the things that we've fixed up, but at the same time, we're now introducing a new denomination to the coins, a $10 denomination. And now that we've got 4 types of coins, the colors are now much more important to maintain that sort of level of vibrancy. It's really important to keep the coins very vibrant. The problem with the foils is that they all have a very similar finish to them, and it actually dulls the color down, so it's harder to actually parse the at a glance, see the differences for the coins. So overall, it's really for the sake of improving the game that we feel like it's important that we're going to go for a linen finish, overall a matte linen finish on the coins, forgoing the foiling on that.
And a larger coin overall
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
So a larger coin gives us more fidelity in the artwork because it can accommodate larger artwork, which is better suited to not foiling, pretty much.
Yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at. Also want sort of Matt to talk about some of the gameplay improvements that we've made.
Yeah, so as Alan said, we're trying to tighten up the end game a bit, and I've played probably hundreds of games of Burger Up now, PAX, Epic DM, here at the Games Club, and then us playtesting, and we started to notice a bit of a trend that the final scores, because it all came down to the prestige, it was all condensed down to just a couple of points. We wanted to open that back up a bit and have a bit of variation between the end game so that people could lose by maybe like 1 point and just be really drawn in to play again next time. So we've made some changes. There'll be full details of the rules. We'll have a link for that in the Kickstarter update. But we've played a couple of games of that tonight and really tweaked it. So we've removed the renovate action, which just streamlines the game and puts the focus back on building burgers. So it's really, really fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is something that game designers typically have to sort of ask themselves, and it's the idea of what is the soul of the game, what is the main sort of identity of the game, and for us, Burger Up is about building burgers, and that's sort of the fun of the game as well, the puzzle elements of each of the cards you're placing. We want that to be the focus of the game, and renovation was meant to be essentially a solution for giving players we were trying to solve that by...
It was sort of to do with you either build big burgers or you built the smaller burgers, and it was a bit of a consolation prize. So
Yeah.
it was a suboptimal path because you got less money and then you could eventually turn those back into... but looking back on it, it's actually not that great of an idea. The renovate thing was a bit of a band-aid, and so now that we've pulled that band-aid off and chucked it away, I think it's a much better game for it. So
It's definitely
yeah.
streamlined a lot.
Yeah.
It makes people... I think that... have a look at the details on the update that we have. That's going to explain a little bit more about what changes that we've made to the game. The core of the game has not changed, obviously. It's really just the scoring aspect of it.
The final scoring at the end game
yeah,
is
pretty
tweaked
much.
slightly, yeah.
But overall, I think that we've really sort of spent a tremendous amount of time and effort trying to sort of bring the best to you guys. We want to make the best game, basically. So everything that we've done so far about sort of the design decisions, visual design decisions, production decisions, game design decisions are all sort of in service of that. And we hope that you guys appreciate the work that we're doing. So thanks.
Thank you.